Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my Patreon. I am going to be I usually would have done this podcast style, but I am being so honest with you. I do not want to get the stuff together to get ready for a podcast. And it's not really a podcast type video. Like usually on my podcast, so I'll give you my scoop. I like to get like 3 topics and then just divulge in sometimes just one topic. But yeah, I don't really have any specific topics that I am just so enthused to talk about. So I'm just doing it this way. I'm just coming on here and giving you guys a video about certain talking points that I have. So I am going to move in and out of frame, unfortunately, just to get things that I need for this. I'm trying to get my wig together, child. I went out of town and I had one wig and it didn't do what it needed to do. For all the days that I was there, I think I'm a mess. So I think I'll just move. This will probably keep me in frame the most. Moving you guys over a little bit. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about a few topics that have been on my mind. None really deeply, but all on my mind nonetheless. So anyways, the first thing we're going to talk about is the Harriet Tubman movie. Now, I did talk about this in my last one, but over the weekend, a lot of things happened with the Harriet Tubman movie. A lot of people went to go see it and had thoughts. Now, here is my problem with having thoughts. First of all, I saw a tweet and the tweet said, a lot of people like to excuse things under the guidance of nuance. Like, people like to over-explain things. And I would 100% agree. And I'm using the Harriet conversation to strike a bigger conversation. That is my problem with quote-unquote intellectuals. My problem with the quote-unquote intellectuals are that they over-explain things. They over-explain things that sometimes it ain't that deep. And I know that's rich coming from me, but sometimes someone just did something stupid. And I almost feel like sometimes people over-explain things for themselves. Like they have a narrative, and in order to fit that narrative or to get their narrative across, everyone has faves. Everyone has faves. But the thing is, you'll always know about me. I always tell you who's my fave. Who am I going to give the benefit of the doubt to? I always say, I've never had a time where I didn't say who I'm willing to forgive, who I'm willing to just be like, I don't care, or I know who I cop pleas for. I know who it is, and I am very transparent on who that is for me. Therefore, when I see other commentators, they don't go out of their way to say who they're willing to, just excuse things for. Sometimes you don't like the conversation that other people are having about something that you like. That is going to happen. Sometimes the conversation that is being had makes you feel uncomfortable. Sometimes the conversation that is being had is I'm struggling, y'all. It's one that you don't want to be had. And so, say that. Say, you know what? Y'all are having a conversation that just doesn't make me comfortable. And here's why. Because I feel invested in XYZ. I think a lot of people feel invested in certain things and they don't just say that. They don't just say, hey, I'm invested in this and this is why I feel this way about it. Therefore, I'm doing all this to say there's no excuses for the Harriet Tubman movie. The more reviews I watch, the more I know everything that happens in that movie just simply based off of reviews. I don't need to see it. I don't. And I know you can say, Kenya, that's not responsible journalism or whatever. I don't need to see it. Why would I need to see it if literally everyone has given me a play-by-play? I've read the spoiler review of it online. I've watched spoiler reviews on, I know exactly everything that happens in that movie. So the only thing that's up for, that can be questioned is interpretation. That is what you're asking me to do. I'm coming on my interpretation. Here is my thing. I don't see how you can in any way, shape, or form excuse them having a bounty hunter in the movie who was black. I just don't, you can't excuse it. Even if you say, I will let you say it wasn't purposeful. So we can have the conversation with the people who made the movie didn't purposefully mean anything by it when they put a bounty hunter in the movie who was black. I can have that conversation. I can have the conversation of them meaning well. We can do that. But that doesn't excuse what is happening. Just because you mean well, it doesn't change the impact. And you are really grasping at straws if you tell me the impact of that you having a bounty hunter that is black who didn't exist hunting Harriet Tubman, the impact of that is literally to show people that black people participated in white supremacy, which is a truth, but it's not a truth to the Harriet Tubman story. Therefore, you have to ask yourself, what narrative is it pushing? It's pushing this story that the biggest black icon in America was hunted down by her own people, and it's not the truth. You want so badly to say black people play a role in their own oppression. It's like when people say, well, black people sold slaves too. Sure, but they are not the reason white supremacy exists. So what is your point? That is what people's issue with the bounty hunter is. What is your point? It was a poor decision. And then the white guy kills the bounty hunter. Once again, could be taken in so many ways. But you have to have the conversation with why people have the issue. A white man saving Harriet Tubman's life, that is what they're showing. They're showing it doesn't matter why he's saving her life. They're showing a white man saving her life, which isn't what happened. That is the problem. That's why it falls under white savior, the help, the green book, foolishness. And that's it. Therefore, when all over the weekend you just saw intellectuals come out and say that in the Harriet Tubman movie, it's not that bad and it's not white savior-ish. It is just like, that is what a white person, and I understand white savior. I'm an English major. White savior is a trope. It's at this point, it would just be it's a trope. So just because a white person saves a black person, it doesn't constitute it to be a white savior movie. We can be clear on that. But yes, I just put a track out. I just feel like it was a little, anyways. So yeah, it does, but that is what, it didn't happen. That's the problem. When you put things like that in the movie that just didn't happen, that is what is bothersome. That's what's bothersome. So if it really happened, we can have the conversation like, well, it's not white savior because it happened, but he really didn't save Harriet Tubman's life. But the fact that it didn't happen, but you put it in there, it is because you want white people to say, well, a white person, you want to show some type of humanity almost in like this, like a white person saved Harriet Tubman's life. To me, so it's one of those things where no, I don't see both arguments. I don't see both arguments at all. At all. I don't, like some people, I can see, but I don't see both arguments at all. Shouldn't have been in there. Poor choice. And it's just all bad. It's all bad. But we talked about the Harriet Tubman movie more. Even to me, you want to be honest with you? I knew it was going to be full of lies and chicanery, but I actually thought on the surface it might have been it could have been. I thought it could be a good movie. The Help is full of lies and things that never happened. But The Help is an enjoyable movie. You get what I'm saying? So even though the Harriet Tubman movie was going to be bad, I mean, it was going to be full of lies and very problematic tropes, I thought it was going to be a good movie. But from what the spoiler review, because once again, I have no desire. I've watched 10 reviews almost, and I've read literally over 15 reviews about that movie. So I know everything that has happened. That's why I'm not giving you my opinion on the movie, but it don't sound good. It doesn't sound like a good movie. It sounds like a competent movie. It's not it for me. It's not it for me. And that's what's crazy about it. Anyways, we're moving on. Let's talk about Meg Thee Stallion and Trey Songz. Meg Thee Stallion is a rapper out of Houston. She just blew up right before the summer. We love Meg Thee Stallion in this household. Anyways, Meg Thee Stallion was seen visibly drunk on Halloween, and all of her friends were egging her on to do more shots. And the intellectuals came out saying Megan Thee Stallion could have an alcohol problem and we need to stop endorsing this in our culture and this, that, and the third. We have now a case of everybody doing too much. The intellectuals, the non-intellectuals, the this, that, and the third. So first I'm going to get on Trey Songz. Trey Songz, go take care of your child. I can't stand it when I see men with children they don't see on a regular basis out and about with little girls. By little girls, I mean people in their 20s. That bothers me so, because I know there is some woman sitting at home who can't go out with her homegirls because she's taking care of your big-headed baby. I hate seeing that mess. Trey Songz is out with Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods is my age. He's out with Jordan Woods and Meg Thee Stallion, who is my boyfriend's age. Go hang with people your own age. Go hang with some freaking fathers who see their kids. Stop. It's a bad look. And the thing is, you can say it's a double standard. I do want women who have children to have social lives and for them to go out and party. The issue is, women take care of their kids. I want women who take care of their kids to have social lives. I don't believe Trey Songz takes care of his child. I think Trey Songz sees his child here and there. And I could be wrong, but my wrongness would be right on many other scenarios. It would be, because that is just the culture we have of men who just they're loud about not taking care of their kids. If it was a woman who had just had a kid and she was out with some little boys taking shots, there would have been so many people in the comments asking her where her kid is. So they do it every day to Instagram models. Men be in the comments, and women, talking about, where's your kid? Go take care of your kid. And it's just like, y'all don't ever say this to deadbeat dads who you really ain't seen their child. That's so bothersome. We let 50 Cent run around here and talk all this smack, and he don't even take care of his kids. That is what's crazy. We just give such a platform to people who don't take care of their kids. So that's what irritated me off rip about that video. 34-year-old Trey Songz hanging around kids. That's weird. And then if it was anyone other than Trey Songz who was in the video trying to get Meg to drink, maybe I could have let it go. But I actually agree with the intellectuals. Alcoholism is very real. And sometimes I agree with questioning. That is what I agree with. You don't always go with the status quo. Don't always go with, well, it's not that big a deal. She knows what no. When you see someone consuming a lot of alcohol, if we're assuming Meg the Stallion is driving the boat. So driving the boat means taking a shot of Hennessy. If she's driving the boat at every single one of her shows, I know my good sis Meg is booked and busy, so she has hella shows. That's drinking alcohol every single night. And that's dangerous. That's no way to live. That's no way to live. Drinking alcohol every single night. Therefore, yes, I think it's very healthy to question it. But we shouldn't go as far as to say she's an alcoholic. We don't know that woman. So labels is where it gets dangerous. Like I said, everyone was just doing too much with that. Yes, question. Don't get mad at people for questioning. Is everything okay? Because a lot of time when we don't question things, things aren't okay. And we find out on people's unsung that they've been going through all this stuff. So yeah, definitely question things. Definitely question what's going on with people, because you need to. You really do need to check on people. And so, yeah, that's really my biggest tip was with Trey Songz. I hate seeing mid-30s people hanging out with little children, because it's just like, if you was really swagadocious like you claim, you wouldn't be hanging out with Jordan freaking Woods. You just waiting for coochie crumbs to drop so you have someone with some low self-esteem to sleep with. And it's just like, ew, gross. Why are you looking at children? I don't know. All them grown, so it doesn't matter. And Trey Songz ain't that old, but it's just, maybe if he wasn't a father, maybe that's what is ugly about it. Him being a father, him having children, like, please go take care of your children. If not for me, just for the child. Go take care of your child. I just know a woman who just had a baby couldn't be out here like that, because there is just this unspoken, and many times it is spoken, women need to stay at home with their kid. You're not allowed to have a social life till literally your child is 18 years old. But these men got 2-month-old babies at somebody's house, and they be out here just picking up the slack. I'm sorry, deadbeat dads there's no excuse for being a deadbeat dad. I don't want to hear the mama is keeping the child away from you. Go to court. And I know the courts can be hard. Keep going. You spend money on everything else. Go to court to see your child. When it gets a little hard, you decide you don't want to. That's why I hate that excuse. Oh, the mama won't let me see him. No child is being kept away from no man who can't go get your child. Go get your child. Are you living a life to have your child? Because there's a reason why that child is being kept away from you. Stop with the lies. Stop with the lies. No one is keeping your child from you. You are lazy and don't want to be around a child that much to begin with. And that's why you're acting, oh, she won't let me see my child. Yeah, no one's going to let you see your child once every month. People want a stable father in their child's life. Sorry, we're not going to let you be a holiday daddy. Just come around on birthdays and Christmas. No, you're going to have to be an actual father to my child if you're going to be in my child's life. Period. Because I'm not explaining to my child why you don't come around all the time like damn Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's not happening. Not over here. So I 100% understand the mom who are sitting there like, you're not going to be an In-N-Out daddy, a Rolling Stone over here. Not going to happen. You're not doing it to my kid. And I would 100% agree with them. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Shane Dawson makeup. Shane Dawson makeup. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star just released their new makeup thing. You want to know what I find so funny? Jeffree Star would love to be in Sephora. Every time I see Jeffree Star pulling up to an Ulta or a Morphe store, I'm like, he would love if he could just be in Sephora. If Sephora would just let him, and that's not me saying he won't ever, because we'll get on that. Racism, it doesn't matter. But he would love to just, I remember when he tweeted, why are Sephora workers just so much meaner than Ulta workers? You want to know the truth? I think they're mean everywhere. I think anyone who works in anything is mean as hell for no damn reason. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm like, you hate Sephora so bad because they refuse to get off your neck. They refuse to let you sell anything in a damn store. And do you blame them? Do you blame them? Anyway, so yeah, Y'all disappoint me. Not y'all, definitely not my patrons. But they disappoint me every time. Every time y'all disappoint me. Why are y'all buying Jeffree Star makeup? What are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Sense. By the way, my armpits are hairy, so if you have to see that, I do apologize. But what are you doing it for? It's so bothersome that y'all they sit here and support him, and they think supporting him is nothing. When people say, I haven't forgiven Jeffree Star, I still don't like that man, they think we're crazy. They genuinely look at us like we're crazy when we say we're never going to forgive Jeffree Star. The things that Jeffree Star participated in, what he perpetuated about dark-skinned people, we're just not going to forgive, and we can't forgive it. They genuinely think we are delusional. They think we're delusional. They think we're crazy. They think all of these things. And it's just like, I don't have to forgive people who do and say terrible things, especially when it comes with the pattern, especially when it's been shown over and over and over again that this is how he feels. This is how he genuinely feels. When I get shown that I don't have to forgive, I don't have to care, I don't have to do any of those things. I really just don't. And so I am at the point now, yes, I do genuinely believe it is a character flaw if you support Jeffree Star. It's no reason all them people should have been out there for Jeffree Star, but I expected it. Of course I expect you guys, them all to go buy his stuff because they don't care. Racism, white people participating in racism is a pastime for them. It is a pastime for white people to participate in racism. It really is. It is really a pastime for them to just be racist. Why do so many racist tweets come out from these people? And then it's just like brushed. The white people don't even care. So that just tells me that all of you have participated in some type of racism, and you feel some type of empathy for these people because you don't want your day to come. You know, well, I've said these things. I've said the N-word. I've done this. I've done that. It's like when all the Latinos got upset when we were mad at Gina Rodriguez for saying the N-word. It's because they find empathy in her. Like, wait, I do this, and I don't think there's anything wrong with me, so I'm going to forgive. It's not that deep. But you don't get to decide what's deep. You don't get to decide what hurts people. Jeffree Star's rhetoric hurts people. When you hear people say the N-word, it's hurtful. And so I don't have to forgive him. I don't have to care about time. I don't have to care. I really don't. I really just don't have to care. I don't have to care about, I really just don't have to care. I just genuinely, and that's how I feel about it. I do think it's a character flaw. Like, to live in a post-racial world must be such a privilege. It's such a privilege for you to be able to say it doesn't matter anymore. You're so post-racial and past racism. You must just live a great life where racism just doesn't affect you. But the reason why we get upset with when these types of words are used, because we know it's a culture. The Jeffree Star fans follow suit. When they hear him doing all this stuff, they believe they can. And that's our problem. It creates a culture that is wrong. It creates a culture that lets them think they can do this and say that and it'll be okay. And it's not okay. It's never okay. It's never okay. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end this one today. Another thing about the Harriet movie. Well, another thing that bothers me about the Harriet movie, this is a younger portrayal of Harriet Tubman. That white man saving Harriet Tubman's life in the movie makes it seem as if we don't get the entire history of Harriet Tubman without a white man saving her. This white man saved Harriet Tubman's legacy. That's also a problem. You don't get to have a white man save Harriet Tubman's whole. That's why it's more than just him saving her life. What that depicts, it depicts a white man saving Harriet Tubman's entire legacy. That is the problem. How does a white man get to be the person who saves an entire legacy of a woman so great? A woman so great. That is also the problem with that. It's not the truth. Because that is when you really show this white man saving her from being shot by the make-believe black bounty hunter, it shows that a white man saved Harriet Tubman's legacy. It doesn't matter what his intention of doing it for. It's the fact that this is what it's saying. This black man never killed Harriet Tubman. Therefore, that is why you have Harriet Tubman to go on and free more slaves. And it's just like, that's not the truth. Don't sit here and give white men credit for saving Harriet Tubman's legacy, for making her legacy be even more full because he shot the guy who was going to kill. It's just a bunch of malarkey. So to me, it's not about intention more than it's about what it's saying. That's, I think, the issue. But if people have differing opinions, let them have them. But it's just a no for me, dog. Anyways, that's it. Bye-bye, you guys.